What's up, guys? This is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we are back with another episode of the Michigan Recruiting Report. Before we talk about Michigan's newest commit, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. We're having some technical difficulties, but make sure to like it. There is a thumbs up button. Make sure to hit that. Hit the subscribe button. Get notifications every time we drop new videos. And again, Michigan staying hot on the recruiting trail this summer, landing its first commitment in the 2027 recruiting class, and that is Louis Esposito, 2027 in-state offensive lineman out of Saline, Michigan. Esposito is the son of Michigan defensive line coach Lou Esposito, who has proven to be one of the best recruiters on staff. He obviously came away with several high-profile defensive linemen this summer, and now he serves as the lead recruiter here and gets his son on board, Louis Esposito. So I know Coach Lou is out there somewhere super excited and super proud. But, you know, even though Louis is Lou Esposito's son, he's a very good prospect in his own right. He started to pick up some traction this summer, got offers from programs like Louisville and Pitt and Purdue, camped at Michigan in June, performed in front of offensive line coach Grant Newsome and picked up his offer. It's not like, oh, he's Lou Esposito's son, so we're just going to give him an offer just because. They made him go through the process. He camped. I mean, he earned his offer. I think he really felt like he performed well at the camp and that the offer was truly earned, not given. And I agree here. Like I said, I think he went through the process. Michigan didn't just hand out a scholarship. They wanted to see him camp. He performed in front of the staff, and Grant Newsome was extremely impressed. Both Newsome and head coach Jerome Moore extended the offer to Esposito last month, right after that camp. Obviously, he made his commitment this weekend and picked Michigan over some of those programs I mentioned. But I think Louis is a really intriguing prospect. He's listed at 6'5", 260. And when you roll his huddle tape, you see that he was actually listed at 6'3" to start his sophomore season. He hit a little bit of a growth spurt and is now listed at 6'5". He's 260. So when you look at his tape, he still has a bit of a thinner frame, but he's a guy who can add a lot of weight and easily pick up 30, 40, maybe even more pounds over the next couple of years. Remember, he's just a 2027, so he's only entering his junior season. So I'm not really concerned about his frame. I'm more so interested to see what does he turn into. He's listed as an offensive tackle, but when you look at his tape, he's mostly playing in the interior as a guard. I think he's super physical. A lot of the highlights that you see on his huddle tape are him run blocking, putting people in the dirt. So, you know, his father's obviously the defensive line coach at Michigan. So that tenacity, that meanness has transitioned over to Louis on the offensive side of the ball while playing offensive line. I think those are the things that stick out about Louis the most, is just his ability to finish blocks, his physicality, and then his frame. Like I said, really interesting frame, a guy that can add a lot of weight, a guy that hit a late growth spurt here. So I think he can play tackle, but with most of his film being an interior offensive lineman, it wouldn't be surprising to see him play guard at the next level at Michigan. But a lot will depend on his development while he's still in high school, as well as once he gets into the strength and conditioning program at Michigan. So like I said, Louis is Michigan's first commit in the 2027 recruiting class. A nice starting point, a nice building block here. Louis is not ranked at this time. I would probably expect him to start off maybe in the high 3-star range, but he's certainly a guy who can work his way into the 4-star range once we get more eyes on him. I personally have not had a chance to see him live, and I don't think our national folks have either. So that's a very, modest ranking to begin with. But I think that's probably where we would start him off before seeing more of him, before seeing his junior film. I think his junior film will really tell us more about him now that he has grown those couple of inches. How much weight will he add? Will he play more tackle? Will he stick more as a guard? So really interested to follow Lewis this season. And I think it's also great news for Michigan fans because it probably guarantees that Lou Esposito's around for a while, which you certainly want. Like I said, Esposito has been a rock star on the recruiting trail this summer. He has a track record as a developer. He's a great coach. He brings that combination of great recruiter, great coach, super great person as well. I've never heard anybody say a bad word about Lou Esposito, and I'm sure his son is cut from the same cloth and will be a great builder of the 2027 class. I would expect him to be a guy who obviously fits the culture, but helps recruit some of the other 2027 prospects. And like I've mentioned before, the state of Michigan, extremely talented in 2027. And, Lewis is going to be all over guys like Dakota Grant and Anthony Cartwright and Jameer Henry and Ricardo Kitchen. There's so many talented recruits in the state of Michigan in 2027. It's a special class, and Michigan adds its first piece in Lewis Esposito. All right, guys, for more on this commitment, make sure to head over to thewolverine.com. Use the promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at thewolverine.com. Like I said earlier, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. We'll see you next time Michigan picks up a commitment.